folks. Great job. Thank you. Good job, folks. Very good job. I'll have whoever's up front. Hey there. Yeah, okay. All right, everyone, hang out. There's going to be a few before we leave. No count yet. Just a second.
Guys,
Hey,
how goes it?
we're good so far.
Pretty good, yeah. There's a lot in there.
Nice little GoPro.
I was planning to come down to Bandon, but I woke up late and I was like, yeah, I'll show up down there. I don't know how many people's going to be in the train or not, but
We got about a mile of cars.
so,
At least. When we spread out.
yeah. It's probably twice as many as the last one.
Well. So I guess you only wanted to come by twice and threaten us.
Oh, is that the?
Come by.
We get down to the end here. Oh man.
Yeah, we gotta get going to get a new car. All right.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
They have a Facebook page. They got a map of it all, and they actually planned it out to the T.
I'll tell you what. Hey, Paul, it's Rob. Give me a call back. Yes, you're Rob Taylor then, huh?
Yeah.
Glad I did. Glad I made it.
flag on the road.
That's Trump.
Did you lose it?
No.
Do you know who lost it?
No, but I saw right when I was going, because you were right behind me.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Then I saw you pick it up, and I'm glad you did because it's
Oh.
already laying in the road.
Yeah, no, I was in the military. You don't leave a flag on the ground.
No,
So.
it's American style.
Yeah.
She wanted to stop, but I thought we can't stop.
I saw it just in time to pull off and jump out. So
Good.
if you see anybody asking about it, just let me know.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Well, flags out there. You haven't pulled out yet, but I need some help getting that thing out.
I'll get everybody out there. Hello? Oh, is that good? You guys hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me back there? Yeah. Okay, good. Hey, first of all, this is awesome. What an awesome thing you guys did here today. Heck yeah. God bless America, right? Yeah. I love this country so much. I'm so angry at this country, but I love it so much. And so seeing that huge flag is such a beautiful thing. The first thing I want to start out with, is it true that Chris Cuomo said that you guys are a bunch of wealthy Trump supporters out here? Is that what he said? Yeah. Okay, first of all, you know what? He's right. We are wealthy because we have a lot. We have a lot, okay? It's inside here. Our family, right? What we choose to spend our money on is more, it's better than yachts. It's better than anything. It's about stuff like this, okay? And so when Chris Cuomo said that, for the first time in his entire life, he was telling the truth, okay? We're very wealthy. We're very wealthy. And don't forget that everything comes from inside here, okay? Everything. It doesn't matter what situation that you are in, no matter how bad the situation may be, okay? Your power comes from inside your heart, and in my opinion, your connection with God. Can I get an amen? This is, what an amazing year 2020 has been. Oh my gosh. I had no idea January 1st, 2020, this is going to be the craziest, maybe the worst, maybe the best, maybe the craziest year of my entire life and in the United States of America. The people at the top did everything they can, okay, to destroy Trump with this COVID, this pandemic, shutting down all the schools, shutting down the economy. They tried everything because they could not take him down the right way. Is that right? They cannot compete against him. This is what tyrants do. This is what people do who want to oppress you. They cannot convince you. They cannot inspire you. They cannot encourage you. And they cannot lift you up. All they can do is lie to you and tear you down and accuse you for doing everything that they do, like they've done to President Trump for the last 3 years. Is that right? I'll tell you this much. I'm going to talk about Trump real quick and some of the things that I'm thankful for what he has done. Listen, I don't worship the man. I want you to know that. I don't worship any politicians, but I sure am very thankful, and I thank God that he is our president and not Hillary Clinton. Oh my God. Can you imagine if Hillary Clinton was our president right now? Like what we would be going through and going through this pandemic? Oh my gosh. I don't even want to think about it, okay? But here's something that's very important to me. I gotta make sure, there's something that's very important to me, okay? And this is what hits me in my heart. President Trump is the biggest pro-life president we've had in the history of this country, without a doubt. It is very important. It's very important because you have to understand, if we have a culture where we continue to accept the murder, the genocide, okay, of these babies, these are miracles created by the hand of God. And if we continue to accept ripping their body parts, okay, apart, then maybe we don't deserve this country. And so every single year they have an annual pro-life march in Washington, D.C. And for the first time ever, we had a president of the United States of America stand up on that stage and proudly declare that he's pro-life. And that we need that in this country, okay? We need that. It's beyond laws, guys. It's above laws. It's about what we accept as a culture. It's about what we laugh about. And the truth is, there are a lot of women, okay, who get abortions in this country, and they do it because they didn't really realize what they were doing, okay? It's not like they had an evil intent. But there are people at the top, okay, who have an evil intent, and they love that innocent blood. They love that innocent blood. If you want to understand politics today, you have to understand that it's bigger than money and power. And people are starting to wake up to that. There are people at the top, they use money and power to get what they want, but they want to destroy everything that is good in this country. They want to destroy everything that is innocent and beautiful and pure, ladies and gentlemen. You have to understand that. When you grasp onto that, then you'll begin to understand why these people are doing things to destroy this country at the top. You think they want to save this country together with us, so we can all work together. We can all make money together. Who in their right mind would ever want to destroy this economy intentionally to further their own political agenda? I want to explain something to you. This is the spiritual aspect that I'm getting to that I see. I went to Spokane, Washington. There's a whole city council filled with people who were bought out by Planned Parenthood, okay? bought out. And we had, this church goes out there in front of Planned Parenthood once a month and they sing and worship. That's all they do. That's their crime on public property. They're so positive. It's such a beautiful thing. It's called the Church at Planned Parenthood. Look it up. They're starting to open up in different places. They passed an ordinance basically saying that they did not have a right to worship out in front of Planned Parenthood, okay? So I went up that day at that city council meeting, and I went in that room, and I had 3 minutes to speak, and the first thing that I said is that, listen, we cannot allow these people to rip body parts from these babies anymore, okay? And 2 of them got up. They're so disgusted they got up and they just left because they didn't even want to face that fact, right? And so this is the thing. There's a lot of things in this country that we don't want to face and we don't want to understand, okay? And I don't need to get into the details, but there are innocent children, innocent babies that are being hurt right now in this country. And it's starting to come up. And people are starting to understand that. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Okay. So I don't need to say much more than that. Okay. Another thing about President Trump that I'm very thankful for. Number 1, this man goes out there and takes all the arrows, takes all the attacks. Everybody and everything that mattered in this country and this world went after him. Do you guys understand that? Yeah. Every single day he had to take those attacks, and I'm here to tell you, I believe in my heart, he did it for each and every single one of you. He did it for this country. He did it. He said this several times, okay, and I believe in him. I believe when he says this. He could have just gone out and just retired and just lived his life, just protected his family, okay? Who in the right mind wants to be slandered and attacked and investigated every single day the way that he does? Every single day. There's probably 10 new investigations since I started this speech. I mean, it's unbelievable. And the thing is I believe that President Trump is more, I don't see him just as a person, I see him as someone that represents all of us. All the people in this country that are sick and tired of being bullied, right? Sick and tired of being silenced. Sick and tired of seeing the lies on the TV and not seeing anyone going out there with the voice and speaking out against it. President Trump has been a light in this country in the last 3 years. Can I get an amen? Amen. Here's the thing about him that we have to understand, okay, is that his light gets stronger. It gets bigger as people begin to wake up, okay? And here's the truth. They have to lie and lie and lie and lie. And so he's out there and he's intentionally doing this, so not his mind, but he intentionally allows them to do this, attack them, and he exposes the liars. Because every single time you lie, right, people wake up to it. You can't just keep lying nonstop over and over and over again, okay? Some people are a little bit slower than others to waking up to the lies, okay? But people are waking up. I predict, okay, that we're even with the cheating, and there is massive amounts of fraud in cheating, okay? Even with the cheating, there's going to be a huge landslide on Tuesday. I believe in it. I believe in it. Now, they're going to do everything they can to get you guys to shut up and make sure you don't declare that he had won, including on social media. All of you together need to stand up and say that he had won, okay? If it's obvious, all of us. You need to throw your rallies, throw your celebrations. Don't worry about getting banned. You need to stand up and speak up because they're going to throw every dirty trick at him even after he wins on Tuesday. The fight actually is going to begin on Tuesday. You better believe it. Here's the thing, though, about Trump and what he did and the fact that he stood up and he went through all of this for each and every single one of you. I want you to take a lesson from that, okay? Take a lesson from that. Number 1, the fact that he never quit and he never bowed down, right? He never allowed all this pressure. He never started to become politically correct, right? He never started to turn his back on the American people. All he did was stand up and take on the whole world, and he kept fighting. Ladies and gentlemen, take that to heart. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. President Trump on several occasions said it's not enough for him to just do it. He needs us. He's asked on numerous occasions for the American people to stand up and to help him, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm here to tell you from personal experience, if you are willing to go out there and you are willing to fight, you're willing to stand up, you're willing to deal with the consequences, you're willing to deal with people call you every single stupid name in the book, okay? You can do amazing things. And not only will you do amazing things, not only will you make a lot of change, you will expose the liars, okay? You'll expose the people who have so much hate in their heart that that's all they have. That's all that they can portray on other people. But if you hide in your houses, not saying you guys do, but if you do that, okay, these people don't get exposed. all right? We have to stand up to these bullies, guys. Do you understand that? They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. I live 15 minutes from Portland. I'm here to tell you, these people don't respect you for just being nice, okay? We have to stand up and we have to stand tall. Stop being, do not apologize anymore for loving this country, for loving God, ladies and gentlemen. Because if we keep apologizing and we keep bending a knee, we're going to lose everything that we love. And guess what? The consequences are handed down to our children and our grandchildren. Is that right? Our forefathers in 1776 gave everything, okay? Obviously, a lot of people from then till today also, right? We have first responders, we have veterans, but let's talk about our forefathers. They had no idea what they were going up against. They had no idea how much they were going to change the world. They signed that Declaration of Independence. And I want you to understand how scary of a thing that was for them to do. They're signing open treason, ladies and gentlemen, and they don't even know how much support they're going to have from other people. But they went out there, unafraid. They signed their names, okay? John Hancock, the biggest one, right? They signed their names out in the open, and they decided they're going to fight for freedom. And guess what? That freedom that they fought for, that freedom that they won, all the generations after that get to benefit from their sacrifice, right? So you got to understand, this is 2020. What you're fighting for right now is not for today. It is for tomorrow. It's for your children. It's for all the other generations that are going to come after us. Do you want your grandchildren to be living in a country like China? Or do you want them to live in the freest country in the entire world? The beautiful country of the United States of America. It's up to you guys. It's up to you guys. Listen, this is the way God is. This is what I believe, okay? God leaves things up to us, and He will help us, but we gotta get up, okay? He will not lift one finger for us if we're not willing to sacrifice. If you look at all the people in the history, all the people who really changed things, okay, the way that they changed the world, even if it was in their own community, they did it by going through the sacrifices. They sacrificed everything, ladies and gentlemen. They sacrificed the way that Jesus did. They sacrificed the way that our veterans did, okay? That is the only way that we're going to get this country back. It is not going to be easy any other way. One other thing about President Trump that I think that we can take a lesson from, okay, is that evil is pathetic. Number one, I want to say that. Evil's got nothing on us, okay? The only thing evil can do is get you to, it'll lie to you, okay? It'll make you afraid, it'll get you to hide, that's it. But when we stand up, when we face it, it stands no chance. And President Trump is a perfect example for that, okay? He's just a man, okay? Right? Just like you guys, he's a man, okay? Well, he's a person, you know, I'm not, you know, women too are special. I'm just saying, he's a person, and he stood up. He stood up against all the evil in this entire world, okay? All of it.
Yeah.
All of it came down on him. Don't you underestimate that. And what a beautiful thing that he did. He did that as a man, okay? Take that as a lesson, because each and every single one of you have that potential, okay? You guys are created by the same God. God created Trump. God created each and every single one of you. And I do believe that Trump had a big change in his heart before he went in that White House, spiritually, okay? He's had people praying over him every single day. He is the biggest praying president that we've had in this country. And I'm here to tell you, there's no way he would have been able to do it if he was not able to stand in his faith, right? Right? Because that's where your courage comes from. Courage comes from something above you, something bigger. Here's the other thing about Trump that I'm really thankful for, okay? But he has learned to not care about what the world thinks. Okay? Oh my goodness. Well, I think he cares, but he's learned to just kind of deal with it. But, and here's the thing, man. If you are so concerned about what the world thinks, you will always do what the world wants you to do, right? If he was so concerned about what the world wants, then we would have the exact same president that we've had, right? We need people to get up and say, I'm okay with looking stupid. I'm okay with failing. I'm okay with the consequences, okay? I say this all the time, but we need to be more worried about what God thinks than what this world thinks, okay? I'm going to give you guys a perfect example, okay? A going to give you a perfect example. So I flew out, I did a pro-life rally in New York. New York had passed a law about a year ago where basically it's okay to have an abortion all the way up to 9 months, okay? So I did a pro-life rally out there, and I was expecting a huge crowd. I flew out there, and like 10 people showed up, okay? That was a little bit disappointing, but we actually had a really good time. We did a lot of praying, we had a lot of talking, went back and forth, and then we went to the nearest Planned Parenthood, and I sat out there and I was just praying. It was such a great moment for me. It was one of the best moments of my life, actually. And I actually got down on the ground, and I didn't realize, I didn't mean to be so dramatic, but I put my head into the ground, and I just was praying, and I just started crying because I was thinking about all these babies. And it was seriously one of the best moments of my life, okay? So anyways, so I fly home, and then someone sends me this article, and the article has my face. It's like a headline, it has my face like in the grass, and it says something like Joey is crying because no one shows up to his rally or something like that. So, and that was a huge lesson for me, because I was like, why do we even care what these people say? These liars, these manipulators, because nothing they say has any value. What matters is what you believe in your heart, what you know to be true in your heart, okay? So I'm here to encourage you guys to do not let this world hold you down. Do not put those chains on, guys, because the second that you stop worrying about what other people think, I'm telling you from personal experience, you are free, ladies and gentlemen. You are free to live your dream. This is a great example. My biggest fear was speaking. So my first speech was the scariest thing in my entire life. And this is the example I give. People are afraid to give speeches because we're afraid of what people think, right? That's where my fear came from, and I almost didn't do it, okay? But when I was able to get through that and fight through it and get rid of that anxiety and go through it, I was free to live the destiny that God had built for me, guys. We can no longer allow fear to hold us down in this country anymore. I'm telling you, we cannot allow it anymore. We have become docile, we have become weak, we have become soft. Do you guys agree with me?
Yes.
If you face your fears, okay, it will not, if our country will face our fears, that will not happen anymore. One other thing I want to say about our country that we got to do, we need more self-respect. We need to have self-respect at an individual level and as a country. I no longer want to be bullied anymore, okay, as an individual or as a country. President Trump is the first president, okay, that we've had in a long time that no longer allowed these countries to take advantage of us anymore, okay? The first in a long time. Republicans and Democrats have been selling out this country to China and other countries for far too long, and we've allowed it because we've been asleep. And this man came in here, and here comes my next point. The only reason President Trump haven't sold us out, okay, is because he's not for sale. He's not for sale. Like I said, he could have made so much money if he didn't do this. He could be like Biden, and, you know, and have his son get what, $3 million from Russia, right? He could be selling out this country every single day, but he's not doing it. He's not for sale. And so this is the thing. China has been slowly infiltrating this country. You guys know that, right? You guys understand that? They've taken over our schools, they've taken over our media, the social media, they've taken over the universities, right? And so we are at war right now with China, except China's the only country that knows that. China and Trump knows that, okay? And so he said no more. He said no more to China. China no longer gets to screw over the American people, and he's bringing jobs back. Can I get an amen? All right, I'm going to finish off with these two things real quick. So the one thing I am going to ask Trump to do, okay, maybe he's waiting to win again. I don't know what's taking him so long, but it's time that we get rid of these criminals at the top in the United States of America. It is time. They have committed open treason. It's all out there. President Trump himself said all the evidence is out there. If we keep tolerating these criminals, they're going to keep taking and screwing us over. Do you understand that? They've got to go to jail, or else this country will not be safe, ladies and gentlemen. These people at the top, they have been out of control, and they laugh at us. They think that we're a joke because they get away with murder literally every single day, while us patriots or else outspoken conservatives get arrested for the stupidest things. The stupidest things. While meanwhile, anyone that wants to promote communism, Marxism, or whatever it is, they get away with whatever they want. And so, President Trump, I know you're not going to listen to this speech, but if you are, I'm begging you to please finally, let's get rid of these criminals so we can move forward in this country. Please lock them up. There's no more excuses. I mean, hey, the laptop is not from Russia, all right? It's not from Russia. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to finish off this real quick. Faith is very important, guys, okay? If you believe in freedom is different from fighting for freedom, okay? Having faith in something is different from believing in something, all right? Having faith means you're willing to go out there and you're willing to fight and deal with the consequences, okay? It's very important. I'm going to finish off with this quick story right here, okay? I don't care if you guys believe in God or not. It still applies to what's happening in this country, okay? And I talk about this all the time. It's very important. The rich young man goes up to Jesus and says, Father, how do I get to the kingdom of heaven? Jesus says, follow the 10 commandments. He says, I've always followed the 10 commandments. And Jesus said, I have one more thing for you. Sell all your possessions and come and follow me, right? So the rich young man puts his head down and walks away, okay? Walks away in shame. And I want you to think about that, right? He had an opportunity to follow who he believed was the Son of God. He had an opportunity. All he had to do was sell his possessions and follow him. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not, God doesn't want all of us to sell our possessions, okay? We all have different things. But the truth is, it doesn't matter how much you sin or how much you don't sin. It doesn't matter. If you're not actively facing your fears, if you're not actively going out into this world to try to make your community a better place, it doesn't matter how perfect you are. You can live in a cave and not sin your entire life, but your life has no purpose. Do you understand that? We as followers, okay, or freedom fighters, we got to go out there like warriors and fight for what is right and fight for justice and fight for truth, guys. We've got to. I'm here to tell you, this darkness that has slowly been taking over this country is only because Americans have not been shining their lights as individuals and collectively. And I'm telling you, it is so easy. We can get this country back so easily if we just stand up. That's it. Just stand up. It doesn't matter how small it is. If you want to do flag waves, it doesn't matter. Do something. Find something every single day. Make your videos. Like I said, do your flag waves, do your rallies. Go out there, speak to your neighbors, okay? Get people to vote. Do whatever it takes. But I'm telling you, if we all do just a little bit, okay, it adds up. But doing a little bit is a million times better than not doing anything. Guys, God bless each and every single one of you, and I really appreciate you having me out here today. Hey guys, one thing real quick about people's rights. Just give me 1 second here. Hold on.
So speaking of fears, I absolutely hate microphones. So only second time ever speaking at a microphone. Woo! Ha, thanks. You just talk about standing up, doing something in our communities. We all know what we need for a president, but what do we need for our communities? How many people here know each other? How many people here know what they're going to do when they get back home aside from vote? There is a, yeah. How many people here are part of the silent majority? Yeah. And that's a problem. If we're the majority, we should not be silent. Yeah. People should be hearing us. People should know exactly where we stand. There is no excuse to be a silent majority. So, I don't know if anybody has heard of people's rights. But if you text the word rights to 80123, you can sign up for instant text alerts and email alerts for your area. People getting to know each other in your communities, meeting, learning about the Constitution and the history. I homeschool. I've got 10 kids left at home, and we're studying the early American history. How many people, when they went to school, how many of our kids now are learning about the political cartoon Join or Die? None of them. Our kids are being raised in a society where they have no understanding of what the sacrifice was that was made for this country. So whether it's education, whether it's emergency preparedness, whether it's somebody's knocking on your house door trying to force a vaccine on you, getting together, knowing who your neighbors are, and I have totally lost my train of thought. Anyway, you text the word RIGHTS to 80123. Start meeting each other. Meetings will be going out, getting to know who your neighbors are, knowing what you can do in your community, getting different people on the school education boards, getting different county commissioners. If you're not sure where to go, if you want to give me a call and I can be a little bit more articulate, if you email peoplesrightsoregon8@gmail.com, I will personally respond to you. But yeah, it's time for us to quit being the silent majority. So again, that was the word RIGHTS to 80123. Email peoplesrightsoregon8@gmail.com and I can help you get going. That is it.
I want to thank you all for coming. I appreciate this. Hey, Paul, you did a great job. I appreciate what you did. I want to thank every one of you who came with me from Bandon. It was a blast. We're not going to do a train back. You just leave on your own at your own volition. But thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. And if you can help out, help Joey with a little bit of the travel expenses, I sure would appreciate that as well. Because, man, oh, never mind. I already got them. Hey, you guys are wonderful. Love you people. And we'll see you back in Coos County.
Where's that at? Hey, Rob.